At last we will have our revenge.
What's up, Blue Milkers? This is Kent Blue Milk Latte Salas, and it is Maul Monday. We're going to talk about two episodes, Whispers in the Unknown and Pride and Vengeance. These two episodes, I really enjoyed them. We're just taking what we did in the first two episodes and we're going even further into some of the lore, some of the motives. Some of the threads are starting to get lightly pulled here. It's masterfully written, masterfully animated, and the sound design, as always, is top notch. It's quite awesome. So there will be light spoilers ahead. So if you haven't seen them yet, please go watch them and then come back here. Let's hang out and talk about it. So the first opening conversation between Darth Maul and Devin is awesome already. It's not, we're not even doing lightsaber battles or anything that intricate. We're simply having a conversation with some tea. Who would have thought that that was on the bingo board? You know, having tea with Maul, right? And then as the episode escalates, we get into an epic lightsaber battle. Who would have thought a lightsaber battle like that was already on the opening? We get to see Devin using Maul's lightsaber to begin with, one half of it at least anyway, and then we get into some of the intricacies with Two Boots and Lawson. Some interesting stuff there. You don't really think of like a droid as a bad guy necessarily. But he's not a bad guy. He's just doing, as he's programmed. But at the same time, there is intricate things going on with, like, morality of, like, abiding by the rules 100% versus going by the moral, correctness of it all. And not going with, like, just no, this is the rules and this is what it has to be sort of thing. If you've seen the episode, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And, one of my favorite name pulls is Riley Lawson. The son of Detective Lawson, right? He is literally the son of law, right? Isn't that pretty epic? It's right up there with some of the literal names such as Savage Opress and Dudbolt, who happens to be, having his pod race blow up right there. And as well as Sleazebagano, a sleazebag nonetheless offering death sticks. What I love about also the Maul-Devin relationship is he's not necessarily forcing her to do anything. He doesn't hold her captive against her will, at least, towards the end of the episode. She is free to go and make her own choices. I think that'll be an interesting factor later on in the season, possibly with like some decisions needing to be made for Devin. In the next episode, Pride and Vengeance, we got some pretty awesome open battle between, law enforcement and gang syndicates, crime syndicates going at it. And pretty awesome lightsaber battle between Uncle Docky and Maul. It's a nice little, like, color reference. I don't know if it was that, like, deep or that I'm just reading into it. There's, Docky's lightsaber is blue as long as the Devin's. They're fighting against Maul. There's blue and there's red, right? When the law enforcement, essentially the cavalry, shows up to help them, there is blue and red flashing lights kind of all over the place, much like the lightsaber battle was. Again, I could just be reading too much into it, but I thought that was a very interesting animation / color choice for the palettes that they were using in the episode. And I'm like, by nature, a pretty right-aligned guy. I really like the Jedi. Maul is a very interesting character. I'm a huge Phantom Menace fan, so obviously I'm a big Maul fan. And I never really cheer for the Empire, but when we get the Star Destroyer showing up at the tail end of Episode 4, that was quite something special. It was pretty awesome. I wasn't, again, rooting for them, but it delivered the hype. I was like, oh man, some stuff is about to go down in episodes 5 and 6. We'll probably get our look at the Inquisitor or Inquisitors that show up, and we'll kind of be going from there. So let me know in the comments what you thought about the episodes 3 and 4, and may the Force be with you.